The MCU is in full evolution. After dozens of stories that made us dream, cry, and scream with joy, we are entering a new phase, that of the multiverse. With Avengers Doomsday on the horizon, a question burns all the lips. How is Marvel Studios going to introduce Doctor Doom? And who could have imagined that it would be Robert Downey Jr., the actor who defined Tony Stark, who would play the role of one of the greatest villains of all time? Hi everyone, and welcome to KraziGeek for a new video. Today we are going to dive into the heart of a captivating theory that could give an epic breath to this long-awaited character. Prepare your coffee, sit back comfortably. Don't forget to subscribe. I am Sam, and you are on KraziGeek. Kevin Feige recently made an announcement that turned the fandom upside down. The next Avengers movie will be called Avengers Doomsday. This name alone says a lot about what awaits us. With the confirmation that Robert Downey Jr. will play Doctor Doom, many, including me, wondered how Marvel Studios could manage to introduce this iconic character while honoring Tony Stark's legacy. And that's where it gets interesting. Why did Robert Downey Jr. choose this role? Maybe because this version of Doctor Doom will be much more than just a villain, and it is precisely there that the arc Heroes Reborn Doomsday comes into play. In the comics, Heroes Reborn is a series of events that shook the Marvel Universe at the end of the 90s. After a battle against Onslaught, the Avengers and the Fantastic Four are sent to another universe created by Franklin Richards, the son of Reed Richards. And in this universe, Doctor Doom becomes something we would never expect to see, a hero. In this alternative universe, in fact, Doom finds himself facing a world devoid of his superheroes. But instead of taking advantage of the situation to satisfy his desire for power, he chooses to try to save this world from chaos. This narrative twist could bring an unprecedented angle to his character in the MCU. Imagine a Doctor Doom who is not only motivated by ego or domination, but by a real desire to save a ruined world. This would offer an unprecedented and complex dimension to Doom and would allow him to build an antagonist with deep motivations far beyond the simple villain. And now, to make the link, let's talk about the Fantastic Four first steps. Fans have learned that the team would come from a retro-futuristic universe inspired by the 60s. But what good is it to introduce this parallel world if not to better abandon it afterwards? That's exactly what I think is going to happen. The Fantastic Four trapped in this parallel universe will end up leaving it to join Earth 616, leaving behind a world without superheroes. And who else but Doctor Doom could take their place to try to restore order in this chaos? This is where Heroes Reborn's arc fits perfectly. The MCU could adapt this idea in a smart way. The Fantastic Four abandon their reality, and Doom, instead of simply remaining a conqueror, becomes the hero of this deserted universe. The MCU has already explored villains with complex motivations, but introducing Doom as a hero before transforming him into an antagonist would be, for me, a masterstroke. This would bring a renewal to the character after two unsuccessful attempts to adapt by the Fox. Imagine the internal conflict of a Doctor Doom who saves his world, while knowing that in another reality, he could be perceived as a monster. This kind of psychological depth would be perfect for Robert Downey Jr. to shine in this role. And this transformation into a savior could perfectly prepare his role for Avengers Secret Wars, where Doom becomes what is called in the comics the God Emperor, master of Battleworld. If Avengers Doomsday is inspired by Heroes Reborn, it would allow to introduce a considerable number of variants in the MCU. We have already had a taste for this concept with characters like John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic or Lashana Lynch as Captain Marvel. In this alternate universe, we could see totally new versions of the heroes we already know. While preparing the ground for Secret Wars, it would not only be an opportunity to bring together the Avengers and the Fantastic Four, but also to introduce other major characters such as the X-Men, all with Doom as conductor of this multiversal incursion. By adapting Heroes Reborn, Marvel Studios could lay the foundations for the end of the multiverse saga. Doctor Doom could provoke an incursion between his universe and that of Earth 616, leading to the destruction of alternative realities and the creation of Battleworld. There, Doom would reign as master, a character both savior and tyrant. This would be the perfect conclusion for a narrative arc that has already introduced the concepts of the multiverse and variants. And above all, it would allow Doctor Doom to become one of the central characters of the MCU, not only as an antagonist, but also as a leader of a separate universe. And that's why I think that Heroes Reborn could become the perfect story to introduce Doctor Doom into the MCU. This would offer a bold reinvention of the character while subtly preparing the ground for Avengers Secret Wars and the end of the multiverse saga. It's up to you to give me your opinion now. What do you think of this theory? Are you ready to see Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom? Do you have other theories on how Marvel could introduce this emblematic character? Don't hesitate to let me know your theories. I love reading them and to debate with you as usual. Thank you for watching this video. Also, to not miss my next videos, subscribe and activate the notification bell. See you next time on KraziGeek.